Alrighty y'all, so I'm back on campus for yet another vigil, and I can't believe within the span of a couple weeks we're already having to have another thing like this. It's absolutely crazy to me, all the violence and awfulness that has been occurring in our world lately, and it baffles me that marginalized people are still so targeted when so often people are saying nowadays, it's better, it's so much better, it's so much better. And yeah, maybe it's better, but obviously it's not good enough since these marginalized people are still being killed. So this vigil is for Philando Castile, pardon my pronunciation, and Alton Sterling. And it's just going to be in their memory. I'm not sure what to expect, but I imagine some speeches, some candles, some memories, some stories, and just remembering them.
University of Florida Black Student Union and the Gator chapter of the NAACP. I want to thank you for coming out to this event. I would like to introduce you words.
Good evening, everyone. So before I begin, can I ask everyone to move in closer to the podium so that we can fit more people in and let's feel like a community? I'm the Director of Black Affairs, and I was asked to come tonight to give opening remarks, but I have to be really honest with you with what I'm going to say. And what I want to say is, I don't want to be here. I am tired of being here in this space, standing in front of you, once again, talking about the injustices of my brothers and sisters. I really just don't want to be here. I am tired of hurting. I am tired of explaining. I'm tired of fighting. I am tired of consoling my community. I am tired. I am tired. I'm just tired. But here we meet again. And on a day like today, I'm reminded of the importance of life and the ability to fight. Earlier today, my mom was rushed to the hospital for the second time in 2 weeks. And I find myself in familiar territory of worrying about her life, but I'm comforted in knowing that she is a fighter. And she's been a fighter her whole life, and I am proud to carry her blood in my veins. But also recognize that her blood is in your veins too, because we are all descendants of royalty. Queens and kings, we are the original human race. And I find solace today in understanding our lineage, and no matter how gray and black today seems, we will overcome and we will persevere. So Ms. B, considering everything that's been happening, how do you expect me to still smile and act like I'm happy to be a black student at UF? So I'm going to explain. We were slaves for over 200 years, with the first slave arriving in Virginia in 1619. Laws were derived to keep us in servitude legally until the passing of the Emancipation Proclamation in 1865. And even then, the South enacted black codes, and later in the 19th century, Jim Crow laws. We fought in every major U.S. war, but it was not until 1948 that the Army officially became integrated. We were not viewed as human. We couldn't vote, couldn't eat where we wanted, sit where we wanted, live where we wanted. We were murdered, jailed, lynched, and degraded, but guess what? Despite being forced into this country, we taught ourselves how to speak the language, read, write, cook, and acclimate ourselves to a foreign country. It is estimated that Harriet Tubman helped over 100,000 slaves escape through the Underground Railroad. We created our own schools, universities, fraternal organizations, and even invented things to make the work that they asked us to do easier. We established organizations such as the NAACP, CORE, SCLC, Black Panthers, and UNIA to unite as a community, staged sit-ins, boycotts, marches, and protests whenever we were denied the same rights as others. And from 1945 to 1958, over 80 students applied to the University of Florida and were denied, but in 2016, there are over 3,000 of them. I tell you this so you understand our cause is so much bigger than this moment in this vigil. Is it fair that we have to explain the difference between Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter? No. Is it fair that it is open season on Black lives in our society while the rest of the world looks at us in utter bewilderment? No. Is it fair that Trayvon, Sandra, Catherine, Sean, Eric, Rakia, Amadou, Mike, Kamani, Kenneth, Travaris, Tamir, Ayana, Freddie, and now Alton and Philando were mercilessly taken away from us, and most of them with no convictions? No. Hell no. But but I serve a judge greater than any man on this earth. My faith is strong, and I have to believe that things will get better, or else why do this work? If our parents and our grandparents and ancestors didn't have faith and didn't believe they had the power to change the world, we would not be here today, literally. So we owe it to them to not give up. We owe them the ability to stay strong, even when we don't want to. We owe it to our community that's hurting. We owe it to the next generation of children growing up and witnessing death live, on videos, on Facebook. And don't let them become desensitized to the pain that they are witnessing. And don't let them be swayed by social media and the backwashing of the internet, and that goes for you too. Just because you see it on your phone screen doesn't make it true. Pay attention to who is really puppeteering and holding the strings right now. If the media didn't tell you what you know. And remember who the CEOs are of our media companies. Pay attention. You know why we are here. We are here to stand in solidarity to say we are all tired and we ain't taking no more. The time to act has been passed. And I really want to end my remarks on a high note, but I'm at a loss for the right words to say. I've been talking with students, friends, and family for days about how do we soothe our fears and take care of ourselves. I am the wife of a proud and strong black man, the sister to a brother who is my role model, the daughter of a father, the mentor of young men. I don't know how to tell our black men how they're supposed to survive anymore. Being educated in a suit isn't enough. I've been an advocate for the rights of black students for over a decade, and I always prided myself in being able to know what to say, but tonight I'm speechless. And if you also find yourself lost, speechless, angry, fearful, whatever emotion you possess, know that you're on a campus that supports you and your needs wholeheartedly. We are here today with our president, Dr. Kent Fox, and several administrators, faculty, and staff. They aren't here for show. They don't all look like us, but we need our allies just as much as we need each other. And if you don't like something here or don't feel supported, we want to know. Utilize counseling and wellness. Yes, we do have black therapists here. Yes, they are here tonight as well, and they are located on to my right, over on the side if you need to talk to counseling tonight. You can also use Gator Well, and you matter. If you find yourself struggling in your classes, utilize the staff in the Office of Academic Support and MFOS. If you need to see another face like yours, come hang out in Black Affairs. And if you want more black faces, let me know. Because contrary to popular belief, there are over 900 black faculty and staff on this campus, and I am sure that I can find one who will spend time with you. Several of them are even here tonight. We know what you are going through. We are black too. So I will leave you with this to think about. We will never prosper and overcome if we continue to divide ourselves as a black community. This isn't about you. It's about your children. It's about our ancestors. The work is far from done, and I refuse to go down without a fight. I will readjust my tactics and try again every time. They may win battles, but they won't win the war of my life. I don't need them to tell me how valuable I am because I already know. They won't defeat my soul. I will win. You will win. We will rise. And every life lost will not be in vain, but will be fuel. It will be fuel to put my phone down and get in our community to heal and help support. It will be fuel to demand policy and laws to change. It will be fuel to use my power to vote the people in office to change these laws. And it will be my fuel to stand because I was never taught to lie down. Thank you.
Jessica Broken. I'm a student here at the University of Florida. And tonight I'm going to sing a song for you. I was asked by Oliver Toulousma to sing Lift Every Voice and Sing. So if you all know it, please sing along or snap along or something to stay on beat. Let's go. All right. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. I rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Weight of steady feet, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our parents died. We have come over a way with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the flood of the out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Blessed our feet, straight from the places, our God, where we met thee. Blessed our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Look beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Taking time out with us to support. I would just like to take a moment of silence for the victims last week, Alton Sterling. Nehemiah Dillard, 29, Gainesville, Florida, March 5th, 2012. Dante Price, 25, Dayton, Ohio, March 1st, 2012. Raymond Allen, 34, Galveston, Texas, February 27th, 2012. Sergeant Manuel Loggins Jr., 31, Orange County, California, February 7th, 2012. Ramarley Graham, 18, New York, New York, February 2nd, 2012. White Plains, New York, November 19th, 2011. Alonzo Ashley, 29, Denver, Colorado, July 18th, 2011. Kenneth Harding, 19, San Francisco, California, July 16th, 2011. Raheem Brown, 20, Oakland, California, January 22nd, 2011. Reginald Doucet, 25, Los Angeles, California, January 14th, 2011. Derek Jones, 37, Oakland, California, November 8th, 2010. Denoy Henry, 20, Thornwood, New York, October 17th, 2010. Ayanna Jones, 7, Detroit, Michigan, May 16th, 2010. Stephen Eugene Washington, 27, Los Angeles, California, March 20th, 2010. Aaron Campbell, Portland, Oregon, 25, January 29th, 2010. Warren Carrington, 15, Champaign, Illinois, October 9th, 2009. Victor Steen, 17, Pensacola, Florida, October 3rd, 2009. Shem Mark Walker, 49, New York, July 11th, 2009. Oscar Grant, 22, Oakland, California, January 1st, 2009. Takira Wilson, 26, Lima, Ohio, January 4th, 2008. Deonta Terrell Farrow, 12, West Memphis, Arkansas, July 22nd, 2007. Romaine Brisbane, 34, Phoenix, Arizona, December 2nd, 2014. Tamira Rice, 12, Cleveland, Ohio, November 22nd, 2014. Akai Grove, 20, Brooklyn, New York, November 20th, 2014. Kaijin Powell, 25, St. Louis, Missouri, August 19th, 2014. Azelle Ford, 25, Los Angeles, California, August 12th, 2014. Dante Parker, 36, San Bernardino County, California, August 12th, 2014. Michael Brown, 18, Ferguson, Missouri, August 9th, 2014. John Crawford III, 22, Beaver Creek, Ohio, August 5th, 2014. Tyree Woodson, 38, Baltimore, Maryland, August 2nd, 2014. Eric Garner, 43, New York, July 17th, 2014. Victor White III, 22, Iberia Parish, Louisiana, March 22nd, 2014. Yvette Smith, 47, Bastrop, Texas, February 16th, 2014. Mackenzie Cochran, 25, Southfield, Michigan, January 28th, 2014. Jordan Baker, 26, Houston, Texas, January 16, 2014. Andy Lopez, 13, Santa Rosa, California, October 22nd, 2013. Jonathan Farrell, 24, Radcliffe Farms, North Carolina, September 14th, 2013. Carlos Alcides, 43, New York, August 15th, 2013. Larry Eugene Jackson Jr., 32, Austin, Texas, July 26th, 2013. Dion Flood, 17, New York, May 5th, 2013. Kamani Gray, 16, New York, March 9th, 2013. Johnny Kamai Warren, 43, Dothan, Alabama, December 10th, 2012. Melissa Williams, 30, and Timothy Russell, 43, Cleveland, Ohio, November 29th, 2012. Renato Cuevas, 20, New York, September 2nd, 7th, 2012. Travis Carter, 21, Jonesboro, Arkansas, July 29th, 2012. Chantel Davis, 23, New York, June 14th, 2012. Charmel Edwards, 49, Las Vegas, Nevada, April 21st, 2012. Kendrick McDade, 19, Pasadena, California, March 24th, 2012. Rakia Boyd, 22, Chicago, Illinois, March 21st, 2012. Wendell Allen, 20, New Orleans, Louisiana, March 7th, 2012. My name is Oliver Talusma, and I am a third-year political science major here at the University of Florida. Honestly, after this list, I nothing else to do. It's like it's 15 minutes since 2012. The first of the list that I was looking at was since 1998. The morning after the Dallas shootings, I remarked to some colleagues of mine of the beauty and value of being black. Our skin, seemingly powered by the sun. Our backs built the White House. Our minds asked, what is the slave to the 4th of July, and fashioned civil rights legislation. Our voices told us to be black and proud, we gon' be all right, and mourn the strange truth that hangs in common. Fellow students, you have staff and administration, fellow citizens of Gainesville and Alachua County. Our grieving souls must come now to do what for as long as time has stood has seemed unbearable. In losing Alton Sterling and Philando Castile, we feel that we have lost our mothers and our fathers, our daughters, our sons, our brothers, our sisters, our mentors and mentees and confidants. In these acts of violence against Philando and Alton, not only does it feel like an immoral act of violence against our two fallen brothers, but another wrongful indictment against the black condition in the United States. A nation whose laws are supposed to prevent a black man being murdered in front of a 4-year-old little girl while doing everything you're supposed to do in front of a traffic stop. A nation that had to blow a witness to a father of 5 be gunned down in front of a convenience store. Now, with each just for my community, the chorus for members of my community, national civil rights organizations, and grassroots movements from here in Gainesville to Falcon Heights, Minnesota, to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to Atlanta, to Fresno, to Los Angeles, to New York, to Washington, D.C., have not only called for justice for the families of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile, but have called for fundamental change to a system whose precursor was designed to capture runaway slaves, and now disproportionately detains and stops black men and Latinos. Likewise, this vigil can not only be a commemoration of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. We can not only honor their legacies, their lives cannot be reduced to hashtags. It is this vigil has to be a call to action for our lives and our legacies. They cannot be relegated to hashtags. We cannot just leave them as names on the list. We have to immortalize them through legislation. It has to be changes in policy. That is where their legacies, their lives, their children, their families, our livelihoods must be rendered to them. And even though they did not ask for it, their martyrdom has to represent a shift in the mindset of society's collective conscience. And now, we must be always mindful that progress is never made for just one demographic. Just like how progress during the civil rights movement was not only made for black people, and affirming in this moment that black lives matter, progress for society can be made. Even for police officers. For people from different backgrounds living under different narratives, it must be made clear. We ask them to recognize the humanity of the Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, and that takes love. And a wise man once told me to love with all your heart, even when it's broken. And showing love for your fellow man at a time like this is one of the most courageous things that we can do. Those narratives that we live in, the reality that Philando and Alton realized has to change. The reality that many of us live back home and in Gainesville and in cities across the country must change. Allowing schools to fail in communities of color and poor communities must change. Racial profiling must end. Lack to access to proper nutrition must change. Lack to access to proper transportation so we can vote and make our voice heard. The most basic means to make your voice heard in a democratic society must change. In City Hall, in Tallahassee, in Washington, D.C., do not want to come to Gainesville, do not want to come to the University of Florida, do not want to go to Falcon Heights, Minnesota, do not want to go to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, do not want to go to Atlanta, Georgia. In Gainesville, Florida, the University of Florida must march to City Hall. We must march and take buses to Tallahassee. We must march and take buses to Washington, D.C. because come hell or high water, and we must make it incumbent. This generation must make it incumbent to make our voices heard. We are the change that we look for. We are the change that we so desperately seek. We are the change. And it is not enough to speak truth to power. Anyone can. We have to make power acknowledge and change the structures that for decades has hurt the downtrodden, the disadvantaged, the disenfranchised. So this day is This problem has stemmed long before each of us has gotten here. Dr. King died when my dad was 3. The problem was here before him too. I say to my black brothers and sisters, we have work. To my Latino brothers and sisters, we have work to do. For my Asian brothers and sisters, we have work to do. My Native American, my white, my LGBT, my disabled brothers and sisters, we have work to do. Thank you. And may God bless the voices and the souls of Philando Castile Alton Sterling.
Exactly what they said. But what's the difference in pride and still pride? The words of value to steal, Philando Castile. Now, I thought those words are moving, but those are the same words that one never told me. Pride.
Excuse me. Hello. Hey, my name's Addison. I'm going to check you out.
So when a 20-year-old junior at West Kentucky University.
Okay, Jackie here's going to talk to you. Fix the vital signs on you. That's all right?
So we pulled out of the car, made to sit on the curb and wait till someone else comes. I could drive. I kept my life. But my vehicle was taken away from me. See, that's the thing that most people don't understand. This isn't about just focusing on black lives. It's about humanity. It's about seeing people for who they are. It's about respecting their lived experience. And until we can respect the lived experience of everyone, we won't ever be in a good place. So as a black man, I thought that as long as I complied, as long as I got a passion to do, as long as I got a passion to do, as long as I didn't commit any crime, that I would be subjected to the humiliation that would happen to me. So what do we do? How do we get there? We just read this man that says education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for today. What are you doing? Where are you? Who are you interceding for? Are you pressuring those who have power? Are you complying just to get somewhere for yourself? What work will you do?
Did she lose consciousness?
See, there's so much that has to be done. So I think first of all, it's education. We can't talk about love in the community when we don't know about it. Are you signed up there after the American Studies course? Do you know the fact that it's false?
Do you have a history of family?
So when we ask you, why don't you take out the American Studies?
Maybe not right now. So we should Have you been drinking water today?
But what were your words for? What were your actions for? Will you commit yourself to living not only your life but yourself but one for another? Figure out what your role is in this movement. So many times, so many days, we're always trying to figure out how we can be a leader, how we can be a friend, how we can be a voice. But who's the one ready to step in? Who's the one to gas up your car and take people's control? Who's the one to sit down every Thursday for 30 minutes just to sit with some young man or some young woman and tell you their report?
We got a 4x4.
What would be your role in this movement? What would you do in our lives? Are you supposed to be the face? Would you be a father? That's how a leader is power. What will you do? What will you be committed to? You can be angry already. You can have hate in your heart. If we don't learn how to love ourselves, we'll never learn how to love anybody. See, just so much work has got to be done. You are worried about Trump. You're worried about what if Trump gets in office. If there's been a Trump in your city council, there's been a Trump at your state level, there's been a Trump at your governor, there's been a Trump as your senator, your representative. When will you stop them? We have senators that have been in office for 30 plus years and do anything for you. When will we make change? When will we stop talking about it and when will we be about it? See, our lives begin to end the moment we become silent about the things that matter. Don't tell me Black Lives Matter if you don't believe us. Don't tell me all lives matter if you don't care about Black lives. They're one and the same. So if you're comfortable saying all lives matter, be comfortable that they say Black lives. Well, I can be sad. I can have sorrow for the 5 officers that are killed. I respect their lives. I pray for their families. And I pray for their children. And I pray for other police officers. But I can't stand here today and tell you all that without praying for all. Without praying for your life. Without praying for civil rights. Without praying for a young man who's being killed on the mouth. Y'all can do this.
So yet another vigil I've been lucky enough to attend in the books, and although I obviously couldn't relate to this one by any stretch of the imagination, I felt I had to be here because I needed to use my platform and use my skills to help spread the messages that were said here, because I believe in them wholeheartedly as well. One thing that really hit me, and I've never been quite sure how to articulate this because the hashtag All Lives Matter has always bothered me. So one of the speakers, he said, if you feel comfortable saying all lives matter, then you need to feel comfortable saying Black Lives Matter as well. And I was like, that's it. That's exactly it. Because if you're saying all lives matter, you need to be able to say that each individual type of person matters, no matter what label it is that they put themselves under, no matter their race, ethnicity, religion, sexuality, gender, disability, whatever it may be. The whole thing in general was kind of crazy because there was a lot going on. My candle started burning the paper that it had, and there was wax dripping all over me, and there was a girl who fainted and she had to be like rushed to the table that I was sitting on, and so the video is kind of awful, and my sincerest apologies for that. The girl, as far as I know, is okay. I think it was just the heat speak, but what was said was extremely impactful and so important, and I'm glad they got to say what they did. Beyond that, I'd just like to say that police brutality against Black people and Latino people is a very real thing. They are targeted, they are specifically looked at differently, and that's part of our systemic racism, and we need to change that systemic narrative if we ever want to change the fact that these people are targeted like that, and sometimes not even intentionally. It's just people's mindsets that tell them that this person is more suspicious than another. To say the least, it needs to end, and as impactful and as meaningful as these things are, and how it makes me feel like I'm in such a positive, uplifting, inspiring community, I don't want to have to go to these. Just like the first speaker said, why would you want to be there? Why would you want to have these things? Because these marginalized people who are completely innocent are dying. So, yeah. I'd like to thank you for that, and please just educate yourselves, and I will do my best to educate you as well. And just listen and learn and grow. And if you don't think it's a problem, then go ahead, think that. But do your research, find the facts, listen to others' opinions before you make such a stand on such a topical thing and a very real, very awful, and potentially awful thing. And maybe what I'm saying is making no sense. Maybe I'm a little off from the heat as well because I am in black jeans and a half-sleeve shirt, but I hope some of what I'm saying is making sense and is meaningful and is getting through, because that's what I'm trying to do, is get through to people and help them understand. I apologize for that last speaker's audio probably being almost non-existent. Even there, from where I was, I could hardly hear him, so I don't know if I picked up anything on the camera. If I can, I'll try to put closed captioning in if I can figure out what he's saying. But if not, if someone's a lip reader, let me know. And you can help me discern what he was saying. It was partially also because that's when the girl had fainted and was being taken care of behind me, so it was all sorts of madness happening at that time that I was trying to figure out. But anyways, that's all for tonight, and thanks for coming along with me.